Ever told yourself that you were finally going to learn a new language? Like right before a trip or something.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
life got in the way.
Totally.
Well, get this. You can learn a language just by listening to audiobooks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So in this deep dive, we're going to explore the world of language learning audiobooks.
Oh.
We're going to see how they work,
Okay.
why they're so effective,
Hmm.
and even how to create and sell your own.
Okay, cool.
You might be surprised to learn that the global language learning market is seriously huge,
It is.
like billions of dollars.
Wow.
And audiobook production
Yeah.
can actually be super affordable.
I mean, that's really cool because audiobooks just seem so convenient
Yeah.
and effective. I mean, you're basically just immersed in the language.
Right.
You just absorb everything.
Yeah, it's like osmosis.
Totally.
But you can do it while you're,
Living your life.
yeah, exactly.
Going for a walk.
Doing the dishes.
Cooking.
Yeah.
So convenient.
Our sources actually highlight that audiobooks really tap into the way our brains naturally learn languages.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's not about memorizing,
Right.
Verb conjugations and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about hearing the language.
In context.
Used in context, exactly.
It makes so much sense.
So you're picking up on all these subtleties
Yeah.
that you would get from textbook.
Right. And I feel like traditional language learning is so focused on like
Yeah.
grammar and vocab lists.
Yeah.
But audiobooks are like throwing you right in.
Right into the deep end.
Yeah, you're hearing the pronunciation,
Exactly.
the sentence structure, like all the colloquialisms and slang. It's like having a conversation with a native speaker.
And it's so good for your listening comprehension.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine like you're at a cafe in Buenos Aires
Okay.
and you can just understand everything.
Wow, that's the dream.
That's the dream, and audiobooks can really get you there.
Yeah.
They train your ear to decode those sounds, the rhythms of the language,
Yeah.
which is so crucial
Absolutely.
for fluency.
It's like a workout for your ears.
That's a good way to put it.
And beyond comprehension,
Yeah.
audiobooks are amazing for pronunciation.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing how words and phrases are supposed to sound
Right.
way better than just reading it.
Yeah, for sure. So we know audiobooks are good for passive learning,
Uh-huh.
for improving comprehension and
Yeah.
pronunciation. But what about a content?
Right.
What makes these audiobooks so engaging?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the power of storytelling.
Okay, cool.
I love this example from one of our sources.
Yeah.
Imagine you're learning French by listening to this charming story about a day at a Parisian bakery.
Ooh la la.
Right, so suddenly you're not just memorizing words like pain au chocolat.
Yeah.
You're experiencing them.
You're there.
Yeah,
In the moment.
you're in the bakery.
That's the magic of storytelling. It gives
Mhm.
you context.
Yeah.
Makes it natural,
Yeah.
enjoyable to learn.
Instead of isolated words,
Uh-huh.
you're learning them within a narrative.
Uh-huh.
So you understand their meaning
Right.
and remember them easier.
Makes sense.
Plus, stories, they evoke emotions.
Yeah.
And when learning is tied to an emotional experience,
Yeah.
it really sticks.
Sure.
Think about it.
Okay.
You probably remember the plot of your favorite childhood book.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right.
Still.
That's the power of narrative.
powerful stuff.
Yeah, and stories.
Yeah.
They can be tailored for different proficiency levels.
Oh, cool.
So beginners might enjoy simpler tales
Okay.
with clear narration,
Yeah.
repetitive vocabulary,
Right.
and more advanced learners
Yeah.
can dive into those complex novels with
Right.
all the, nuances.
Oh,
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So I know what you might be thinking.
Okay.
Creating a language learning audiobook.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot.
A little daunting.
Daunting.
Yeah.
But technology can help. Yeah, we're talking about ChatGPT,
Okay.
your new secret weapon
I love that secret weapon.
for language learning.
Cool.
What's incredible about ChatGPT is its versatility.
I've heard that.
It's like having a personal language tutor
Okay.
available 24/7.
Wow.
You can ask it to generate anything,
Really?
like from vocab lists
Yeah.
to interactive dialogues
Mhm.
to full-blown short stories.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's so helpful.
For instance, imagine typing in, create a beginner Spanish dialogue about ordering tapas at a restaurant
Okay.
with vocabulary, grammar explanations, and cultural notes.
Wow.
Boom, instant lesson plan.
I love that.
And the best part is
Yeah.
you don't need to be a language expert
Oh, that's great.
to use it effectively.
That's really cool.
You can leverage ChatGPT's capabilities,
Yeah.
even if you're just,
I'm writing out.
yeah, your language learning journey.
That's awesome.
It handles all the technical aspects,
Right.
leaving you to focus on the creative and fun parts of content creation.
That makes it so much more approachable.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the biggest hurdle for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. So let's say you're feeling inspired
Okay.
and you're ready to create your own language learning audiobook.
Cool.
What do you need to get started?
Yeah.
It's simpler than you think.
Okay.
Forget expensive studio setups.
Right.
You can achieve professional quality audio
Okay.
with surprisingly affordable equipment.
Like what?
Well, one of our sources recommends a good USB microphone.
Okay.
Like the Blue Yeti is a popular choice.
I heard of that.
And free software like Audacity.
Cool.
It's all about clear pronunciation,
Yeah.
a good pace, and strategigic repetition to
Right.
reinforce learning.
Makes sense.
So you've got your recording set up,
Okay.
and you're ready to share your passion for languages
Yeah.
with the world.
It's exciting.
But here's the exciting part.
Okay.
You can actually turn this passion
Uh-huh.
into a profitable side hustle
Wow.
or even a full-blown business. This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Platforms like Audible and Apple Books,
Yeah.
they open doors to a massive audience,
Right.
giving you the potential to reach millions of eager learners.
Yeah.
You can explore subscription models like Patreon to build a dedicated community,
Cool.
or bundle your audiobooks with workbooks and flashcards for a comprehensive learning package.
I like that.
So let's say you want to take your audiobook empire to the next level.
Okay.
We've got a secret weapon for you.
Another one.
Yeah, it's called Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Think of Fiverr as your outsourcing marketplace.
Oh.
You can find talented freelancers for script writing, voiceover work,
Okay.
audio editing,
Cool.
all at surprisingly affordable rates.
That's awesome.
One of our sources found that you can get a professional 1-hour audiobook produced
Okay.
for around $180.
What?
That's amazing.
That's less than a plane ticket
Too late.
to visit the country.
Where the language is spoken.
That's a great point.
And imagine the possibilities.
Yeah.
If you price your audiobook at, say, $25,
Okay.
sell 100 copies,
Yeah.
you're looking at $2,500 in revenue,
Wow.
even after production costs.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive profit margin.
Definitely.
Plus, as you build your library,
Yeah.
expand into more languages and levels, your earning potential grows exponentially.
That's incredible.
So we've gone from understanding why audiobooks are so effective for language learning
Right.
to exploring the tools that can help you create your own, to even discussing how you can turn your passion into a thriving business.
It's a lot.
It's quite a journey, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it really is. And it's inspiring
Yeah.
that with a little creativity and the right resources,
Yeah,
anyone can create and share their love of language with the world.
absolutely.
That's really cool.
I love that.
Me too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've covered a lot of ground here, but
There's more. Always more to learn.
always more to learn. It really is amazing how accessible creating and sharing knowledge has become.
Please.
But before we get too carried away with building our language learning empires,
Yeah.
let's take a step back and talk about some practical tips
Okay.
for making your audiobooks truly effective.
Yeah. Sounds good.
What are some of the key things to keep in mind when designing content for language learners?
Well, I think one of the most important things is to cater to different learning styles and levels.
Oh, yeah.
Because not everyone learns the same way.
Right.
So offering variety can make a big difference.
Yeah, I like that.
Like you could have some audiobooks that focus on conversational dialogues,
Okay.
others that go into grammar explanations through storytelling,
Cool.
and even some that have cultural insights and trivia.
That's a great point.
It's like a buffet of options.
A language learning buffet.
Exactly.
And speaking of variety,
Yeah.
what about incorporating different narrative techniques
Oh, yeah.
to enhance engagement?
You could use cliffhangers
Oh, yeah.
to keep people hooked.
Right.
Or like humor and wordplay
Uh-huh.
to make things memorable.
Yeah.
Even add some mystery and suspense
Ooh, I like that.
to encourage active listening.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can even experiment with narration styles.
Oh, interesting. Like how?
Like a slower, more deliberate pace might be good for beginners,
Okay.
while advanced learners might enjoy a faster, more natural flow.
It's almost like directing a movie
Yeah,
in your listener's mind.
exactly.
And since we're talking about creating an immersive experience, let's talk about spaced repetition.
Okay.
One of our sources highlighted this as a really powerful technique
Cool.
for language acquisition.
I've heard of that.
Can you explain how it works?
Sure. So spaced repetition is all about strategically reviewing material
Okay.
at increasing intervals
Okay.
to reinforce learning and improve long-term retention.
Gotcha.
It's based on the idea that our brains forget information over time, but each review strengthens the memory trace.
So instead of cramming all the vocab at once,
Yeah.
you're revisiting it.
Yeah, in a spaced out manner.
Spaced out manner. Okay.
Exactly.
Which helps it stick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You might introduce a new word or phrase in one chapter and then cleverly weave it back into subsequent chapters at gradually increasing intervals.
So they hear it again and again.
Exactly. And this repeated exposure helps them internalize the material.
Gotcha.
And recall it more easily in the future.
It's like planting a seed.
Yeah.
And then nurturing it with regular watering.
I like that analogy.
And speaking of nurturing, one of our sources had this really interesting insight about the role of immersion in language learning. They suggested that listening to audiobooks in a foreign language, even without understanding every word, can create a sense of immersion.
Interesting.
That actually accelerates learning.
Oh, wow.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. It's like throwing yourself into the deep end of a pool.
Okay.
At first, it might feel overwhelming, but your brain starts to adapt and pick up patterns more quickly.
Even if you don't get every single word.
Yeah, even if you don't understand everything, you're getting a feel for the rhythm, the intonation, the way sentences are structured.
It's like training your ear to tune into the music of the language.
That's a great way to put it.
And over time, those seemingly incomprehensible sounds, they start to make sense.
They do.
Your brain is piecing together a puzzle. And with repeated exposure, those pieces start to fall into place.
Exactly.
This passive immersion through audiobooks can lay a solid foundation for active learning, making it easier to grasp grammar rules and vocabulary later on.
I like that.
Now, I know we've been focusing a lot on the Croatian side of things, but let's shift gears for a moment and talk about what makes a great language learning audiobook. From the learner's perspective.
Yeah, that's important.
What are some of the things that really matter?
Well, I think audio quality is crucial.
Oh, for sure.
Clear pronunciation and professional-sounding recordings make a world of difference.
Yeah, because if you're trying to learn a new language, the last thing you want is to struggle to understand the narrator's voice.
Exactly. It's so distracting.
It's like listening to a radio station with static.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Super frustrating.
High-quality audio lets learners focus on the content without being hindered by technical issues.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, of course, well-written scripts that are engaging, informative, and tailored to the target audience are essential.
So it's not just about recording your voice. You need to think like a teacher.
Yeah.
Crafting lessons that are both effective and enjoyable.
Absolutely. And don't forget about feedback.
Oh, yeah. Feedback's important.
Encourage listeners to leave reviews and share their suggestions. That can help you make your content even better.
It's like having a team of language learning advisors.
Yeah, exactly.
Guiding you along the way.
I like that.
And now for the million-dollar question.
Okay, hit me.
How do you actually turn these audiobooks into a sustainable source of income?
Right.
Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of pricing and marketing strategies.
Let's do it. Well, you got to price your audiobooks strategically.
Yeah, how do you do that?
You want to find a sweet spot, attractive to buyers, but also reflects the value.
Right.
Researching similar offerings on platforms like Audible can help.
So it's like seeing what the market will pay.
Exactly. And remember, you're not just selling an audio file.
Right.
It's a whole learning experience.
A whole package.
Consider bundling. With transcripts, workbooks, flashcards, even access to online communities.
Oh, that's cool.
Adds value.
Yeah.
Justifies a higher price.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about marketing?
Marketing.
Yeah.
Leveraging social media is key. Engaging posts, language learning tips, behind-the-scenes stuff, even contests and giveaways.
I like them.
Build a community.
Right. Generate buzz.
Exactly. And collaborations are huge.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Partnering with language learning blogs, influencers, even schools and universities.
But that's a great idea.
Expose your audiobooks to a wider audience.
And don't forget online advertising.
Right.
Platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
You can target people interested in language learning.
Exactly. Put it right in front of them.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
What language has always been on your to-learn list?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've always been fascinated by Japanese.
Oh, wow.
The writing system, the sound, the culture.
It's beautiful.
It's so intriguing.
I can totally see you mastering Japanese calligraphy.
Maybe one day.
And for our listeners out there, what language has been calling your name?
Think about it.
This whole deep dive has shown us
it's
not only possible to learn a new language,
It is.
it can be a fulfilling side hustle.
That's right.
Or even a full-time business.
It's true.
Maybe your audiobook is the one that sparks someone's lifelong love of a new language.
That's a beautiful thought.
It all circles back to connection.
It does.
Language lets us understand different perspectives.
Appreciate other cultures, build relationships across borders.
So, listeners, we've got all the links to those resources in the show notes.
Check them out.
Audible Fiverr examples of microphones and software.
Get started.
And before you go,
yeah,
we want to hear from you.
What language have you always dreamed of learning?
Hit us up on social media.
Share your goals.
Share your audiobook ideas.
Let's hear them.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep learning.
And keep those language dreams alive.
That's it for today.